Hi, this is Bill Daly. Thank you very much for joining us today and taking the time out of your busy schedules. What we'd like to do is give you an overview of our Sanctuary Automated Validation Solution, which automates the quality validation solution that RF Nozick and Associates has been delivering to the community since 1995. We believe that our new solution adds the same benefits as our standard OQ validation, but it adds more value by being more comprehensive in reporting and being faster to deliver. We feel like we can cut the average time of our validations down by approximately 50%. Some of them only go 60, some will go 40%. We're going to go over the Sanctuary Quality Suite demonstration. The Sanctuary Quality Suite is an online application where you can view all of the validation results, all of the validation scripts, as well as a hazard analysis. It's a reporting dashboard that the whole hospital can look at and see what happened in validation in the blood bank. The Sanctuary Advantage is cost. The Sanctuary Advantage is time. Next slide, please. This is a new logo that you're going to start seeing from RF Nozick and Associates, and this is the Sanctuary logo. When you see this, this is synonymous with RF Nozick and Associates quality. Next slide. Before we even start a validation, RF Nozick and Associates validation managers perform a system review. They review the database. They look for inherent risk. They come up with recommendations whenever they see that. The system review provides the foundation for the validation plan and the validation test scripts. Next slide, please. The regulatory requirements mapping. Throughout the history of RF Nozick and Associates, we have been the primary leader in OQ validation of blood bank systems, software systems. When we're designing the validation, we always look at the AABB requirements, the FDA requirements and regulations, as well as the inherent risk. We have always supplied a hazard analysis and a trace matrix analysis that traces the hazard, the script, and the requirements we're testing towards. This screen just shows a very rough example of what you'll be seeing in the demo. We have a trace matrix documentation that can easily show you the script, the hazard, as well as the AABB requirement. Next slide. This is our traditional trace matrix. We'll still be offering this. You can see the requirements on the far left. You can see what they are. You can see where they came from under the title. And you can see on the far right which test plans actually test that script. Go right, please. Test plan development. After we've done the system review and we've done the hazard analysis and we send that off to the client, and the client always has a chance to review this and to refute any of the findings we have. We find that we do such a good job that less than 5% of all of our clients have any questions. If you do have questions, you call the validation manager gets on the phone, and then we make sure that we have a hazard analysis that everyone buys off on. Once that's done, we start script development. This here shows you inventory level requirements, and these are the requirements on the left. And then what we're going to be doing is show what the test coverage is, where the test program is, the importance, which is high, the status is requested. Once we have this all done, then our analysts start developing the scripts. We used to develop the scripts in Word. Now we'll be developing the scripts in the Sanctuary Validation module. Next slide. Once we're done with validation, the validation is actually run through the Sanctuary Validation program. All the results are tabulated. They're passed. They're failed. Our analysts go through and we review everything. We understand that when you use automation, that automation can reduce scripting errors because there's fewer keystrokes. But we also understand that we're not going to trust a piece of software. All of our validation managers go through and we review every single test result that comes out. Then we'll develop a comprehensive final report describing the validation process and results. We'll show you the strategies that we use. You can see the results of the validation activities. All of the problem forms will be filled out. What's the problem form? Anytime we see an anomaly in testing, where a testing result shows anything but the expected result, we fill out a problem form. All these are stored in the Quality Manager. All these will be available to anybody who has access to the Quality Manager. We'll also publish a guideline for maintaining the validated state, and we'll publish a guideline for reviewing the documentation that we have stored in the Quality Manager. Next slide. What are the benefits of Sanctuary? The benefits are it automates the operational qualification process. This is the same operational qualification process that we've been using for the last 10 or 15 years, but we have now used automation to help save time and cost. It enhances regulatory requirements. And how does it do that? If you have several different systems, you can run the same scripts on several different systems. You can show where these scripts have passed here, and they can show where the scripts have not passed. If you have to go through and redo a script, it's easy to pull up a script, recustomize it, and redo it. Significant cost savings. Once we have installed Sanctuary and we have done an operational qualification, the next time it'll be a very reduced price, up to 50%. And why is this? Because we already have the foundation, we're using automation, and we can do things quicker. Web-based validation results reporting dashboard, that'll be in the Quality Manager, and Janelle will show that in a minute. Regression testing ready. Whenever you're taking an upgrade, if you're running Cerner, they're called CSPs. Whenever you're going to take an upgrade, you want to know if it has to be validated or not. If you run the regression suite, you can find out if what you're doing, no matter where it is, has affected your blood bank by running a regression suite. Next. Sanctuary value. Like all validation and all change control policies, it demonstrates control. It demonstrates that the lab has control of their software system and their medical device. Comprehensive results reporting. You'll see the Quality Manager where you can look up any result anytime. Safety through knowledge. If everybody who's working on the system understands that the system is working, if the medical director understands, the transfusion managers understand, then everybody can have a better feeling of confidence in the tools that they're using. Half the time and half the cost, any of the places where we see a significant cost savings in time, we turn that over to the client. We are not here to actually just add value. We're here to add value and reduce cost. We know that going forward that there's not going to be as many dollars for different programs in the hospital. And we want to make sure that we are helping the transfusion medicine community by making sure that what we add, any value that we add, we do it in a way that is the best value for the